Within the session pass of personal training 60 minutes, 5 sessions, if I go to the three dots to the right of that, I can edit details. From here, I have the option to maybe alter the amounts, the taxes, and maybe even apply a discount just to this specific item. I can do all of that here as long as the staff member has the correct staff role permissions. Underneath, I also have an option to turn this purchase option into an auto renewal or not. In this case, by default, it's turned off, and that is because the purchase option in the backend was set up to not auto renew. Let's just say this specific client wants the pass to auto renew, and this is only for this client only. I can edit this small detail within this shopping cart just for this client. On the other hand, I can just go ahead and hide the details for this one for now. We have a membership as a second item here. If I go to the three dots and go to edit details for a membership, I have a few additional options. Underneath, I can make this membership start on a different day. Let's say maybe, for example, this client came in, they wanted to get all the paperwork done, but they don't maybe want to start until next Monday. We can go ahead and alter this. Let's say to start next Monday, the 28th. If I go ahead and do this, I have a few additional options. First of all, I have the option to don't bill the client until this date. So maybe, like I said, right, the client just wants to get the paperwork done, but they're actually not using the facilities until next Monday. In that case, I don't want to charge them for anything today. I can turn this on, and that's going to remove any prorated amount there may be. Now, just to make this a little bit clearer, I'm actually going to remove this session pass for now, just so we can actually see the amount. If I turn this back on, you'll see that it will charge the client the $85 plus tax, which is the 96.05. But if I turn this on, don't bill the client until this date, $0 for today. I'm not going to charge the client today. Same thing for the membership. I can turn on auto renew or turn off auto renew, which can differ from the purchase option setup itself, only applicable to this specific client that's buying this. Another option that I can have is prorating the first payment. Let's just say the client is here today. They want to really start the membership on the 28th so that moving forward, each month's payment will be on the 28th, but they still want to use the facilities, let's say starting today, right? So they get a 1 week kind of additional out of their membership payment cycle. In that case, I can have the system aside some charging that 9605, which will then be auto billed, let's say every month moving forward on the 28th. I can also have the system prorate the first payment so that we can charge them starting from today until that first payment, which is like 1 week's usage. And the system's going to calculate that for us. In this case, they are going to pay an additional 1983 to start using the membership for 1 week outside of the payment cycle, and that's going to cost them 1983, and that's going to be added to the entire total of the $85 plus taxes. And if I were to prorate the first payment, an additional setting will come up to say pay for prorated period only. So if I turn this on, and again, we can maybe hover over this, only requires payment for the current prorated billing period. The client will pay for the next billing period in full once it begins. So let's just say we don't want to charge the client that $85 plus tax until the 28th. Or we are only going to charge them for that 1 week they're going to use today. Then on the start of the billing cycle, which is September 28th, then charge the full amount of 85 plus tax. I can turn this on so that today, instead of paying 118.46, the clients will only pay 22.41, which is the 1983 plus taxes. And then come the 28th, the client will then pay the $85 plus taxes. So these are the options that's available for a membership, whereas a session pass, we do not have all these additional options.